Dear friends, today we are going to see yet another Indus Valley seal. This was deciphered by MC Gangali. Actually, this is appearing as the book's cover page. This is done in continuation to our earlier work on reading seal as a Tamil poem. In fact, there is a view that Indus Valley is not yet deciphered, but in fact we have seen several people have attempted, and we should say that everyone was right in their way, in their own way, but we are not agreeing to them. Even in this case, we will see that I am slightly differing, but I am agreeing too. In the sense, we have to look into the intricacies and the problems associated with that. Say the seal, as read from right to left, is given from top to down. The first sign appears as all, and in Tamil also all. So both in Gondi and Tamil it is the name is the value the same, and so the meaning also person, man, and this is easily understandable as the stick diagram of a person. This I have also earlier taken it as representing humanity, and we should see that here it appears in the beginning of the sentence, or on the right hand side as a first letter, whereas we saw the earlier one poem where rainwater harvesting was read, this appeared at the last sign. So left right we don't really be bothered about, as long as we are looking at the idea what the people want to convey to us. Perhaps we can reorganize and revisit either left to right or right to left. That won't be a big issue as I feel now. Now the next one is read as, the sign is read as a Goya, and Goya he has given a meaning as a cutter. This also looks like scissors, or like what those days they used a small tool to cut nuts, and he also refers that it represents a sect, a group of people, a Indus group of people called Koya. We will just have it as it is. The next sign is slightly without those cutters, just the X sign with one end connected. That he read, Bengali reads as Pari. I have also taken as a Pari to mean some name. Likewise, the fourth sign, it looks like a cow. He reads that as Pahandhi. Pahandhi, he takes that as the high priest, chief priest. Again, the next one is Mutava Poya. So that actually again he gives us a Guru chief. And the sixth sign is on the. It could be something of that sort. I have taken on that. So with this, we may not agree fully, but the method has been applied, and this looks very good. And suppose if this is true, and so it is deciphered, and if you don't accept, that is your view. Suppose if it is wrong or partly correct, that we will have to evaluate how things go well. So what I have done, I have tried to interpret the Bengalis deciphering this particular seal. Say for example, like the Sumerian application. So though the first sign, say, is the man is all, I only taken that to represent only the first letter alphabet A, A. Likewise Agori, next is Goya. So again there I have taken the first letter Go, and Pari, I have taken the last letter V, and these three combined we get Agori. Agori, we know that they represent a group of people who practice certain Shaiva traditions. Then we have Pahandhi. I have taken that as the same. Pahandhi looks to me like a cow. It doesn't matter. So next, the fifth sign is Mutava Poya. That I have only taken part of it, part of the first few syllables as Mutta. And the last one, Anda, I have taken An to represent An. And these two I have combined as Mutta. See, initially a pictogram would give a meaning or several meaning, and slowly as the language expands, or as they expand to write and to note other words, then these type of combined system come into play. This kind of system we could see in Sumerian writing, and they were living, or they were coexisting in same period. So we could expect. So this I am proposing that this is a possibility. Maybe this is one reason why all mathematical models or computer models could predict that Indus Valley had a language structure, but they could not identify or read it properly. So we have introduced a certain kind of a complexity into this. But suppose this way it was read hypothetically, and if that was true, then it's great. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. We start looking at. So, but the attempt, the deciphering of Indus Valley signs was not done. That statement we have to revisit, and I'm not going to accept it. So now, as a full sentence, we can say as Agori Pahandhi Muthan Siva. In fact, Gangali says that the Pahandhi is the chief priest of their Gondi community. So he identifies them, and that is very important. So I have retained that name, and I'm adding value as his Siva tradition. And interestingly, it ends with the Tamil word Agori Pahandhi Muthan. Muthan means Sivan. That we can verify from the Madras lexicon. So to sum it up, the first three scripts used to construct the term Agori. Fourth, the name of Guru Pahandhi. Then fifth and sixth as Muthan, reinforcing that the person is a leader, a chief priest in the Siva tradition. So it's an attempt, and so well done by Mr. Dr. Kangali, and I have tried to understand that in my way. Perhaps you will appreciate, and you will be able to come up with better solutions. Thank you very much.